We left the state of California this morning. So we left Redwood and now we are driving up the Oregon coast, and this is the Meyers beach area. We have been here before, back in 2017 when we traded houses with a family that lived in Eugene, Oregon. We spent a bunch of time driving around the Oregon coast, and this is a spot we have distinct memories of. Probably actually driving out of Redwood National Park up the coast after our first visit there. It is foggy everywhere today and super pretty. The summer that we lived in Oregon, we would spend about a morning or two a week down at this beach called Hesita Head Lighthouse, or the Hobbit Beach, basically all of that area, sort of near Florence. And we loved to go tide pool exploring there during low tide. Today we looked into the tide charts and realized that the tide was going to be pretty high by the time we passed that area, but these sea stacks are scratching that itch just great because it's low tide here. So you just scramble around all of these stacks or rocks that are typically submerged in the ocean and see what kind of fun things you can explore. So we spent the day driving up the 101, the Pacific Coast Highway, through almost the entire state of Oregon. We started in Redwood National Park, and now we are staying at Cape Lookout State Park, which is about an hour and a half south of the Washington-Oregon border. It was a beautiful drive. We took our time to explore a few different places along the route. We went to our favorite dairy factory where we stocked up on lots of cheese in the form of dinner, dessert, and cheese, which we'll eat over the next few weeks. To walk off our dairy, we're taking a stroll along the beach that's right outside of our campsite.
So we were standing in line at Tillamook, and they had 2 lines of ice cream that were about 75 people deep. And we went to the little grocery store area where all the cheese was, and they happened to have ice cream for cheaper than an ice cream cone. And we thought, why stand in line for an hour? We could just get ice cream and go to the beach. So we got ice cream. Our favorite kind, too. We haven't seen this
I want to eat
forever.
Hurry up.
So now I got to open it, and Michelle's going to kill me. So we got our spoons.
It's a little melty.
Here you go. Let's go, bud.
Tillamook, please sponsor us. After getting plenty of sleep last night, we are off on one more quick Oregon adventure. before we head further north. This time we are at Cannon Beach. This is home to some pretty famous sea stacks, sometimes called Haystack Rock. It is continuing to be super foggy here this week, so you can only just barely see them. But I'm not complaining. I'm still liking the fog. It's been good to be back in Oregon, even if it's only going to be for about 24 hours. Well, we have made it to our next park. This is Olympic National Park. It looks a lot similar to Oregon and a lot similar to where we were in Redwood, but it's different. It's in a different state, at least. And this is our big destination for the summer. We're gonna be hiking today on the beach. You did a great job, but it's totally submerged. We are starting our visit to Olympic in the beach area of the park. We have one night of camping at the Kaloloch campground, and we're doing a beach hike today. Tomorrow we're going to do some beach hiking and some rainforest hiking, and then we have a night booked at the Hoh campground. This is the famous Hoh rainforest. After that, we have 2 nights of backpacking planned along the Hoh River Trail, which we are cautiously looking forward to. It's a pretty strenuous backpack. This is why we've been pushing ourselves on some longer and harder hikes, is to try to make the backpack a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah. After our 2 nights of backpacking, we have 2 nights booked in the Salt Duke area. That's on the northwestern side of the park. So we're going to be making a tour of the places around here and seeing what we can see.
Horizon that clears though.
Yeah. This is blue sky. We haven't seen that since the day we were in Lassen.
That's not true. We saw a little bit between Crescent City and
You're right.
And that other little town, Klamath. Just a little bit.
It sure is pretty. Well, after making some dinner, we then hunkered down in our tent, eventually getting our 10-degree quilt out because it's cold here, y'all. It's like upper 50s, but just the air is so humid, and we had gotten just sweaty enough on our hike that we just could not warm up. But our quilt did work magic, and now we are bundled up, taking a walk down on the beach. One really surprising thing is that it's actually a little bit warmer down on the beach than it is up in our campsite. We're only about 50 feet above sea level up there, but 20?
Maybe 30.
Definitely less than 100 feet, not enough to affect temperature. But it's just sheltered in this weird way that is keeping the cool air in. So we are also just damp. Everything is damp. We are from the southeast. We should be familiar with this. But it's hitting us afresh.
That is absolutely illegal.
Was it eating the seal carcass?
Uh-huh.
Come back, eagle.
Far now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not there yet. It just means we have to be around them.
Well, after making some dinner and then hunkering down in our tent.
Just a second.
Carcass.
Stop. Carcass. Just a second.
Yeah, done. We have found some kind of a carcass here. I think it's a seal.
I think it's a seal.
Yuck. Okay,
Ew.
we're gonna keep moving.